guys, so I've got sunscreen today, and look at Lincoln. He's sopping wet because he's been digging in the snow.
And it's raining.
And it's raining and snowing, and the old man is snoring, right? It's raining, it's pouring, Lincoln's snoring because he's cute. So I got this video on sunscreens already, and now it seems like we're so far away from that time now. 3 days ago, it looked like we're so close to getting nice weather, and now not so much. So it seems a little bit disconnected from my inspiration. Sometime summer will be here. So these are sunscreens, affordable facial sunscreens. They're all under $20, and I've got a nice variety of different options for everybody. We've got mineral, chemical, tinted, non-tinted, some US, European, Asian, everything. Okay, so today, the first one I've got is the Carbon Theory SPF 50. $17. It's a chemical liquid sunscreen with 6 different filters. I will link to this at Beauty Bay. It's really wonderful. Liquidy. It's got 6 filters. I'm very impressed with it. And it's 6 chemical filters that it's more like European-based filters as opposed to like US filters. So once you put it on, nice, very liquid texture, a little bit. It makes it very easy to smooth over skin and apply it liberally. So there we go. And no real white cast or anything. So this one's wonderful for $17. Highly recommend checking that one out. Next up, I've got a mineral version, and this is the Bondi Sands Sunny Days. What is this one? SPF 50. It's $16. This one's a mineral sunscreen. Its main filter is zinc oxide. It's also got sunflower seed oil and hibiscus extract in there, and it's got a nice tint to it. So there you go. And it works nicely in place of like a foundation or things like that. So if you want to use this, it'll kind of even your skin out, and it sets to a matte finish and really works well. So I really recommend this one as well if you're into minerals. Bondi Sands has some really nice skincare stuff. So really worth checking out, in my opinion. 25% zinc oxide. Okay, next up, I've got the Numbuzin Pure Full Calming Mild Filter Sun Essence SPF 50. This one's $17. I've done a full review of it, so you can certainly check that out. This one's a chemical sunscreen with 5 filters. It also contains Centella, Heartleaf extract, and aloe in there to calm and hydrate skin. I really love this. This is one of my favorite products from Numbuzin. They've really done a nice job with a lot of their products, and this is certainly one of them. It applies pretty transparently, so no issues with the white cast or anything like that. Next up, I've got the Garnier Ambre Solaire, I guess. I don't know really if that's what they call it, but Super UV SPF 50. If you're in the UK, it's $10, and I think it's a similar dupe to the La Roche-Posay version. They're UV Immune. So I will link to this at Boots UK, and I'll also link to it at Care2 Beauty for those in the US. If you're in the US, this one is, you're going to have to get it through Care2 Beauty because nowhere else will ship this because it uses EU filters, and those aren't super acceptable in the US right now, but you can certainly order. I love Care2 Beauty for ordering sunscreens, or I think Essential is another one, essential.com. They sell a lot of these and will ship them because it's hard to get some of these products in the US. Okay, next up, I realized I grabbed the wrong bottle, but I will mention it anyway. This is the SBR. I'm mentioning not this version, but the CICAVIT SPF 50 Scar Protection Precision Sunscreen for $16. And I've done a full review of that one as well. So it's a lightweight lotion texture. I guess I won't do a sample of this one because it's a different product altogether, but it's a lightweight lotion with 4 chemical filters. It also contains squalane, vitamin E, and carrot root. So I will link to this one below. It's really nice, really lightweight, and super effective, and really nice overall product. No fragrance or anything like that in there. So I really enjoy that one. Okay, next up, I got a couple more K-Beauty ones and then some other ones. So this one is the P Calm SPF 50 Sunscreen, Sun Barrier, Water Sun Barrier. It's $15, which is a good deal. It's a chemical sunscreen. It's got 5 filters, which is really wonderful. In addition to that, it's got ceramides, it's got lactobacillus, it's got Allantoin, it's got Madecassoside, so it makes a really nice option. I did a full review of this one as well if you want to check that one out. So $15, really nice, wonderful texture. I reach for this one very frequently as well. So that one is a nice option. Okay, on to another option. The Inky List Polyglutamic Acid Dewy Finish SPF 30. And this one's 15 bucks, although you pick up from Sephora, they're doing their spring sale soon, so it'll be even more affordable. I think it'll end up being 12 bucks with that discount. So this is just a U.S. chemical sunscreen. It uses 4 U.S. chemical filters. So not quite as elegant as some of the other products that can use European filters or ones that can use EU filters. So, and the UVA protection is probably not as good as some of the other ones, but for the winter or for days when you're inside a lot, it's a nice one. It has a nice finish. You can tell I'm kind of biased against the US filters because we're behind. So we don't have options to Juvenile A, Juvenile T150, Tinsorb M, Tinsorb S. We just don't have access to it. And I don't know if we ever will in my lifetime, but maybe. We need to start a group to lobby or something. Okay, next up, I've got the Jumiso Sun Airy Fit Sunscreen SPF 50. This one's 15 bucks. A chemical sunscreen with 5 filters. Seems to be a common thread when all the K-Beauty ones. They're mostly probably made by the same manufacturing place. So this one's also got panthenol, sunflower seed oil, unsaponifiables, and then bamboo stem extract. So this one's a really nice option. It seems to work also very nicely for acne-prone or oily skin. Or if you have oily skin, and you can always set it with a little bit of powder, but I think this one works well for a lot of people with acne-prone skin. Okay, I've got, I think, 4 more. Next up, the Trader Joe's Daily Facial Sunscreen. This one's 9 bucks. I can't link to it, but it's available in Trader Joe's. They don't really have a website. They're a little bit behind. This one's a chemical filter with 4 chemical sunscreen agents. This one is often compared to the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen in terms of its texture, filters, and ingredients. It's often compared with that, and it's 9 bucks, whereas the one from Super Goop I think is like 30, 35 bucks. So this one's mentioned a lot. So it also has shea butter and vitamin E, so well worth checking out if you're at Trader Joe's. Okay, a few more. The Ionique Centella Calming Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. This one's 12 bucks. It's chemical sunscreen with 4 filters. And in addition, it's got Centella, licorice root, beta-glucan, and Allantoin. Some people with oily skin say this one doesn't set for them, and it ends up looking very shiny. And I notice that a little bit. However, I typically end up setting it with powder or foundation over it, so I don't ever really notice those issues. So I do want to mention that if you have very, very oily skin, this one might be better off being passed on. But for those with super dry skin, that makes it a nice option for us. Okay, 2 more. Next up, I've got the Cancer Council Face Day Wear Fluid Matte SPF 50. This one's 20 bucks. So I will link to it at Chemist Warehouse because if you're in Australia, this one will be a nice one to get. I do believe that Chemist Warehouse ships here because I think we get some products like Asclear and things like that from them. So do some digging, but if you're in Australia, you guys have a lot of good options. So you really don't necessarily need more, but you have some nice options there and alternatives. And then last but not least, the Madagascar Centella Probio Cica Water Fit Sun Serum for 13 bucks. It's a chemical sunscreen. It's got 4 filters. It also contains Centella green tea extract. It's really nice. I recently reviewed it, so if you want the full review, you can certainly check that one out. I think it was from about 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And overall, it's a really nice one, and I think all of these are fragrance-free. I want to say if any of them have fragrance, I would have mentioned it, and I don't think any of these are really scented, so very nice. So there we go. So these are my picks for under 20 bucks. You really can't go wrong with any of these for the most part. So interested in hearing from you guys if you've tried any of these or have any thoughts on them, or if they didn't work for you, leave a comment, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.